Hello everyone, Sarah here, and today I am participating in a kind of a video hop is kind of what we're calling it. There's quite a few people on the Nicole Jones 911 Facebook group, and we decided to do kind of a little favorites of 2014 video hop. So just about everyone who's going to be participating is probably posting today, and I think we're going to try to get a compilation list of of people's channels that you can go check out. So hopefully I can get a hold of that so I can put it in the description of the video. So take a look at that. Hopefully it'll be there. So you can go check out some other people's videos as well. But we're doing kind of, what are some of our favorite things that we worked with this year. And I'm going to do two videos. This first one is going to be kind of my essentials, things that I have to have in order to scrapbook, and things that I would suggest to new scrapbookers. So if someone's just starting out, never scrapbooked before, these are the things that I would suggest that they start out with, and things that I use in my everyday scrapbooking as well. And my second video is going to be things that kind of help me make my style, things that I personally shop for and look for and reach for on a regular basis. And that's going to be more of like the embellishments and just things that I use on a regular basis that are not the essentials. They're just the things that I use for my own personal style. So to start out with, these are some of my essentials. So the biggest thing that I always suggest is to start with good adhesive, and you have to have adhesive, otherwise your stuff is not going to stick, right? So personally, I like the ATG gun, although this thing is huge. I mean, look how big this thing is. But this thing works and it lasts forever. These tapes, they last forever. And they're pretty cheap. I've gotten, these are the really, really cheap ones that you can get online in bulk, but I don't know. I think I'm going to start getting the actual Scotch brand in the store just when these run out, because I'm having issues with, some of them are not loading correctly, some of them the adhesive is on the wrong side, and I've tried to fix it. I've seen videos where people fix that, but I never get it to seem to work, so I just toss it. So I'm going to be purchasing the Scotch brand as soon as all these run out. But I love this, and this stuff works really great. It holds your stuff down. So this is my personal favorite. This is my go-to. For smaller things that I don't necessarily want to try to run my ATG on, I use this. This is by Scrapbook Adhesives. It's an easy runner, and it's just a tape runner. So it has little strips of adhesive. So you just kind of put them on, and it's great for like thin things as well, because you can put one strip on at a time if you need to. Liquid adhesive, I use Glossy Accents a lot. This is really strong, holds just about anything. And then I've also been using the Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive, which I got at Michael's, and this is a newer adhesive for me, so I'm still kind of getting used to it, but so far I'm really liking the way that that's working. And I also use Pop Dots to give things more dimension, and this is just thin 3D foam squares that I got from Scrapbook Adhesives as well. And it comes in this, and then also a smaller size as well. That's just kind of what I'm using right now. And then my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. We all love the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, don't we? I love this thing. Teeny tiny staples, super duper cute, very easy in your hand, quick, quick, quick. You can't go too far onto your page to do things, but if you have something kind of more towards, the third of the page towards the edge, this works really great. So those are kind of my go-to. That's what I use when I am sticking my stuff down. Pardon me while I kind of get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so second thing that I always suggest is that you need a trimmer. Now my personal trimmer is, I'm going to turn my camera here, this ridiculous thing. This thing is huge, but I love it. It's by Fiskars. It sits right here on my desk. This thing does not move. It's very, very strong. Like, it's hard to even do that. You have to put some muscle into it, but it works really, really well. And it cuts through multiple pieces of paper like a dream. So that's my go-to. That does not move off my desk. So this is a smaller one. Let me see if I can get my camera straight here. There we go. So this is a smaller one, which is also by Fiskars. Obviously more portable, fits 12 by 12. I always make sure you get one that fits 12 by 12. And yeah, so this one works just as well. This is one that I take to crops, or if I'm going to a friend's house to scrapbook or something. This is the one that I'm going to take, because obviously I'm not going to lug my big, huge, heavy one. But this one is great as well. And you can buy this at Joann's, you can buy this at Michael's, you can buy this at Hobby Lobby, you know, pretty much anywhere. As long as it fits 12 by 12, you're probably going to be pretty good to go. This one's actually a little bit banged up from our move, I think. So, I might have to think about getting another one here before too long. Okay. Scissors. You need a good pair of scissors. This is a pair of scissors that I've had for a long time, and they're small. They're like, I think they were sewing scissors, but they fit nicely in my hand, and I can get into, you know, easy places. Scissors are kind of tricky though, because you need to be able to have a pair of scissors that fits well in your hand and that you're used to. Shamel Lane uses huge scissors, like they're huge, but she's comfortable with them. I would be terrified of those. She'd probably be terrified of these. So, you know, whatever scissors you have, as long as they're sharp and they're going to cut well, whatever you're comfortable with, make sure you have a good pair of scissors. Okay, another thing that I suggest and that I do find myself using a lot are paper pads. You can get these at Michael's, at Joann's, at Hobby Lobby, all sorts of places. I like getting paper pads at Michael's because they tend to sometimes get the brands like these. This is American Crafts. This is a Dear Lizzie line, and I think this is Fifth and Frolic maybe. And I got it on a hot buy. This was $5 for 48 sheets of paper. They are not two-sided, so only one side, but look at how much you get and look at all the cute patterns you get. $5 for this, and I could make 50 layouts. So I think that this is a really good buy, and they have all sorts of different you know, styles and patterns and themes, and just, I mean, literally you could walk down the paper pad aisle and you can find pretty much what you're looking for. So I have been working with paper pads a lot lately. I have a lot of paper pads, so I'm trying not to buy too much right now, but when you can get one on a really good deal, I would highly suggest this. You're going to get a lot of variety, and especially if you're just starting out, it's a really inexpensive way to, you know, have a good variety of pattern papers to work with. Pattern paper packs, awesome. Okay, alphabet stickers. Got to talk about alphabet stickers. My favorites are thickers. I don't think a whole lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. I love, oh gosh, I just love them. There's so many different varieties, so many different colors, so many different fonts, so many different styles. It's insane how much there is to choose from. So I picked this one out of my stash just because I haven't used any of them yet, so you can actually see like how much you could get on a sheet, and they vary. You know, different fonts have different numbers of letter stickers, but depending on how much they can fit. But they all come in the same size package, so they're easy to store, and I don't know, I just love them. And you can manipulate them too. Like if I had no more O's left, but I needed an O, I can cut that little tail off that Q. Oh, no problem. You can use this as an O too if you have some zeros left. And I don't know, these are the ones, the thickers are the ones that I always go towards. And I've been using them for years and years and years. And I have way too many. I have not counted how many I have. I don't want to count how many I have because it might be an embarrassing number. I'm sure many of you can relate. But I do love thickers. Those are my go-to. If I need an alphabet, I always go to my thicker stash, and you know, that's where I pull from. Okay, so ink. I always suggest at least one ink pad because you never know what you're going to want to, you know, if you want to start stamping, or, you know, you can use the ink pads to color different embellishments if you want to, chipboards, things like that. These are my two favorites. These are both black, but the StazOn Jet Black is really, really good for shiny surfaces. So if you want to stamp on a picture, or if you have a sticker that you want to put a stamp on and it's kind of like a shiny surface, this is going to stick on it no problem. And I have also been using VersaFine in Onyx Black, and that is also really good. And this doesn't stain your stamps as quite as much as StazOn does. If you get StazOn off your stamps pretty quickly, it tends to, you know, come off, but if you let it sit too long, it will not come off very easily at all. So these are the two. Black is my go-to for sure because it goes with everything. But I mean, go down the ink pad aisle at the scrapbook store. You're going to find all sorts of colors, all sorts of brands. So if you want to start getting into stamping, you know, you kind of just have to kind of find the inks that are going to work for you. But these are my go-to for sure, and black is my go-to as well. I do have a few colors, but I don't use them quite as much as the black. Okay, you need an album, right? Where are you going to put all your layouts? My favorite albums are these We Are Memory Keepers in the faux leather albums. This is a 12 by 12. I also have some in 8.5 by 11. Those are the two sizes that they come in. I don't know if they come in 8 by 8 or not in the leather or not. The quality of these, you guys, is amazing. And We Are Memory Keepers was taken over by American Crafts, and I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, is the quality of my albums gonna go down? Because these are the only ones I buy. I don't buy any other albums. And so far I haven't seen, you know, I can still search We Are Memory Keepers and still buy them, you know, the same brand and everything. Sorry, my dogs are coming in here. I hope they're not gonna be too loud. So far I have not seen that issue. I don't know if the full takeover has gone on yet, but these are my favorite, and they're very thick, and they're very sturdy. I mean, this is my first Project Life album for this year, and this sucker is full, very, very full, and it's holding my stuff like super amazing. And I mean, this thing is heavy, so these are the ones that I go towards. When I go to buy an album, I always look for these. You can find these on Amazon. You can also find them at Joann and at Michaels as well. However, Joann and Michaels can be a little bit limited on their color selection, but I found that Joann.com, when they have a really good sale, you can get these for like $14 or $15, and they have all the colors online. So that's when I do buy them. I tend to go to Joann.com and try to find them on sale and get, you know, 2 or 3 albums at a time for a good price, and you can get any color online. So those are my go-to albums. I love them. Let me get this bad boy out of the way here. Let's see, journaling pens. You need something good to write on your layouts. My go-to is my black Sharpie, and this is an ultra fine point. So that's what I use most of the time. I like the way that the Sharpie makes my handwriting look. You know, for people who are pen lovers, different pens make you hold them different ways depending on the shape and the size of the pen and everything. So it can affect your handwriting. The Sharpie has been wonderful for me. I also do have a pack of these precision pens by American Crafts. People love these, and these do come in different sizes as well. They come in 01, 03, 05, and 08. I have not tried a ton of these. I have tried the 01, and I didn't like it that much just because it was so thin. I don't know, I had a hard time making it work with my hand, but I do want to try the other sizes and see what else is out there. But these are two really good and really popular options. I've seen a lot of people use Sharpies. I've seen a lot of people use precision pens. So you do need a good journaling pen in order to write your journaling if that's what you choose to do. And if you don't want to write on your journaling, then you're going to need software and, you know, a Word program or something like that to print out your journaling on to paper to put on to your page, which that's actually what I did when I started scrapbooking. I was typing all my journaling, and then I was like, what am I doing? I have a hand. So I prefer to write, and I do like my handwriting. I know a lot of people will say, well, I don't journal because I don't like my handwriting. If you don't like your handwriting, then use the computer if that's what you're more comfortable with. You know, it's your stuff. You gotta do what makes you happy, right? Okay, another thing that I suggest is washi tape. The reason I suggest washi tape is because it's cheap, guys. This stuff is cheap and it lasts forever. And look at all the colors you get. I mean, this is like my rainbow box. I also have another box that has nothing but pink and black and white and brown and neutral, things like that. But I mean, look at that. That's huge. I'm never gonna get through all this. If I ever did, I would be really, really surprised. But you can get all sorts of colors, all sorts of patterns. I mean, this is just a nice little striped yellow one. This one looks like fair tickets, like if you go to the fair or something. So these are great for carnivals and, you know, circus and things like that. So just seriously, it's ridiculous. Polka dots, hearts, lace, you know, chevrons, like just everything. It's ridiculous. And they're fairly inexpensive. You can buy these at Joann's, you can buy them at Michael's, you can buy them online, you can buy them at specialty stores. Like, you can buy washi tape a lot of different places now. There's actually even deal sites that are just washi tape, so you can get them for fairly cheap. I would Google that because there's quite a few. So, and Etsy shops, people sell a lot of washi tape on Etsy shops as well. So just, you know, if you're looking for washi tape, do a Google search, see what you can find online first, because you can usually find a lot for a really, really good price. And these are great for just adding color to your layout. You can actually stick things down with them. You know, you can put them on top of a picture to make it look like there's a piece of tape holding up the picture on the layout. So it's a really easy way to add some really good interest for a very low price. So I would suggest washi tape, at least a couple rolls, you know, to start out with and see how you like it. But that's something I would suggest for a newer scrapbooker. Okay, last but not least, this is my last thing that I would suggest to someone who is just starting out, doesn't have a lot of supplies, maybe someone who wants to grow their stash a little bit and gets overwhelmed at the stores because they don't know what to pick. I would suggest a monthly kit club. And the reason that I would suggest this is because it's fairly inexpensive when you think about what the products that you're getting are. Most of these range in the $30 to $40 per month, but you get a lot for your money. You know, you will get up to 10 to 12 pieces of pattern paper. You're going to get some cardstock. You're going to get embellishments. You're going to get some alphabet stickers. And everything is going to coordinate because they are meant to go together. So it's a very easy way for you to get something in the mail. It comes right to your house. You don't have to do anything. It automatically comes, and you have stuff to work with, and you can easily get, you know, up to 10 to 12 layouts from one box of things. And it's going to go together. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. It takes a lot of the decision making as far as what to buy. A lot of them have very trendy things as well, so they go along a lot with the trends that are happening in today's society, if you could say that. So that's something that I would suggest for a brand new scrapbooker who doesn't really know where to start, feels overwhelmed, doesn't know what to buy, doesn't know what's in style, I guess you could say. I'm trying to think of the right word, but trendy, I guess, is a good word. So these are clubs that I know about and that I have looked into, and some of them I have actually subscribed to as well. And I'm going to talk more about my favorite ones and the ones that I personally subscribe to in my next video. But you can Google these. I'm going to hold this up here so just in case you guys want to write any of them down. But these are ones that I know about and that I have seen and looked into and even subscribed to. I have not subscribed to all of them, but some of them I have. And I can tell you I haven't really been super disappointed with anything. And I have a big stash, and I still subscribe to kits. So I think this would be a really good starting off point for a brand new scrapbooker, and also for someone who's a seasoned scrapbooker. If you're starting to lose your mojo, it happens. You know, it happens to everybody. This could be a good way to kind of get that spark back a little bit, even if you get just one kit randomly, because you can either subscribe to the kits or you can buy them by the month. However, by the month is more expensive. I think it's $5 more expensive if you just get one kit without subscribing versus, you know, subscribing to the kit and getting it every single month. But, you know, do what you got to do. And the actually the good thing about that is that you can buy 1 month only and try it out and see how you like it. See if that kit kind of goes with your style, and see if you like the products in the kit. See if you like what you get versus how much you spent for it. So you can even try them out, you know, give them a trial run, see how you like them, and then choose the one that's going to work best for you. So that is my essentials as far as things that I would suggest to a new scrapbooker, things that I use every single time I scrapbook. I use these every single time I scrapbook. I use paper, I use thickers, I use my Sharpie, I use my ink, I use my adhesives, just, you know, I use a lot of washi tape. Not on every single layout, but I use a good amount of it. So, and I work with some of these kits. So that is kind of my essentials. You know, those are things that I 100% use 99% of the time. That's what I use when I scrapbook, every single time I sit down. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions at all about any of the products that I use, or if you want any more suggestions for anything, please, please, please leave me a comment. I read every single one. I will get back to them as soon as I possibly can. And I am going to go ahead and post my next video here, like back to back. So look out for the next one. And the next one is going to be more focusing on the things that are helping me make my style. They're going to be my style makers. So they're going to be what I use actually on the page, as far as, you know, colors I like to use and, you know, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, leave me any questions that you might have and I will get back to them as soon as I can. And check on the description. Hopefully I will have a list there of some other YouTubers you can check out who are doing the same type of video here. Okay guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm going to see you again in a few minutes. Bye.